Good morning. Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. It's a pleasure to have you with us right here on the show where you can see us 6 days a week right here on Charter Channel 8. And if for some reason you're out and about, especially now that we have this fine weather, you can always find us on the internet. We are on blip.tv as well as YouTube and on Facebook. Liking us on Facebook is probably your easiest option because Leanne does upload the most recent episode right to your newsfeed. So it's an easy way to keep up with what's going on in your community. Today's show is a very good example of that because we're going to be talking to those people who were honored at the Owatonna Educators Association's Banquet last week. So you're going to want to stick around for that. But we are always looking for new ideas, something else we can put on the show. So if you've got something coming up in your community or at one of your events, give us a call at 390-5751. You can also contact Leanne Alt at Owatonna Today at charter.net and let us know what you've got going on. We'll see what we can do to get you on the air. So stick around. We're going to be talking with those retirees as well as those people who have been nominated for Teacher of the Year. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltfett of Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. We are at the Monterey Ballroom, which is in southern Owatonna, and we're here to talk to teachers who have changed the lives of students. It's the Owatonna Educators Association Banquet, and I have with me right now Ron Marshall. Hello.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to have you here. I've heard you retired a couple times already.
Yes, I have. I keep trying. I keep failing.
I think that's not a failure. I think that's a good thing. It means they enjoy you as an educator and want to have you back.
Well, apparently, I get high-fived when I go back to substitute. So
there you go.
Seems to be working.
Why don't you start by introducing yourself a little bit?
Okay, I'm Ron Marshall. I came to this district after I left St. Cloud State College. In the summer, I was a grad assistant teaching up there at the time and then came down here. And in 2 weeks after arriving in Owatonna, I started. That was the fall of 1969. So if you can do math quick, that would mean right now it's 44 years in this district. That isn't what I'd planned, but I married a girl from Owatonna, so you've got the rest of the story.
What did you have planned? What were you hoping to do?
Well, when I came down here, the first job that got offered was I had ties to the St. Cloud Times. And it would have been editing what in those days they called the Peach section, which is the entertainment insert on the weekends. I knew Shulkup, who was the editor at the time. The second job was a 9th grade job up in Anoka Hennepin District, which I really liked, Anoka Hennepin District, but 9th graders not so much. And then Owatonna called, and they offered a job that had the newspaper in it. Now, for those of people that are familiar, it's the Magnet. And so for 43 years, I was the publisher, I think it's the correct word, of the Magnet.
As you've done this, what is your specialty? What do you specialize when you teach, other than obviously working with the newspaper?
Well, the journalism stuff, when I left St. Cloud, I was working on an MA, a Master of Arts, and so I am incredibly deep in English, speech, theater, and journalism. I have a 3-part degree, so when I got to Owatonna, I've done all of those things. Now, because of my background in media, I also ended up teaching film here for many years. Okay, because I've been on stage. I actually met my wife on stage here at Little Theater. But I've been on stage. I've handled cameras because of the journalism, the photography, and, okay, it led to film.
Well, it's a long and prestigious career you've had here in Owatonna, and we have 2 other people we want to talk to. But before we get to them, I want you to tell us maybe a story that stands out to you that you've worked with a kid. I know after that many years, there's got to be a lot of stories, but
there's a lot of stories and a lot of kids. I just mentioned that high five thing. Let's do this. I'm up in the math wing a week or 2 ago, and a student I had a year or 2 ago is coming up. sees me standing outside the math door. Okay, so he knows I'm back in the building. I'm standing talking to another math teacher at the time. The kid comes up and yells, "Hey, Marsh!" High fives me, walks in the door. Okay, the math teacher looks at me and she says, "Okay, that's a first. You are the first time I have ever seen a kid high five a sub coming into a room."
So again, I think that says a lot about you and about the students enjoying you and the faculty as well. Well, congratulations. I hope you enjoy your time tonight. We're going to have Nancy come on over next. I know, I totally let you guys pick, but I lied. Hello, Nancy.
Hi.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would love for you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I taught music. Do I look at you or do I look
at me?
Okay. I taught music in Owatonna here since 1994. I was at a lot of buildings, mainly was at Wilson the last 15 years.
What did you do before you started teaching music?
Well, I've always been a music teacher, but I've been in a lot of different places. Okay. I was in suburban Chicago for a couple years, in a small town in Iowa. Then we were north of the Twin Cities in the North Branch-Chisago Lakes area. Mm-hmm. We were in West Africa for 3 years, in Senegal, and then I landed in Owatonna.
What brought you to the Owatonna area?
We were living in Rochester. And I actually had been a band director at the time, and I was looking for a band position, and there was no band position open. So I thought, well, I could teach music 1 year, and Owatonna had an opening. So the rest is history, as they say.
So I want to know a little bit about what you teach. So you talked you talked about music, but tell me a little bit about what you focus on when you talk to the kids about music.
Okay. Well, in my career, I've taught just about all kinds of music, choral and instrumental. But here in Owatonna, I had elementary music. And we teach with a methodology called Kodai methodology, where we actually teach children how to sing. We teach them how to match pitch. They learn how to read and write music from kindergarten right on up, and it's so much fun. It's based on American folk music, and there's a lot of singing games and dancing that goes with it, and the music is timeless. The kids love it.
Well, and we just read recently how music is the one thing that stimulates every part of your brain, so it's such an important thing to have for these children. Yes. We're talking a little bit. We got a story from Ron. I'd love to hear from you, maybe one of your favorite stories that you have from your 2 years of teaching.
Well, it seems like I actually retired at the end of last year.
You're another one of them, yeah.
So, and it's like once I'm out of the classroom, all those little anecdotes just sort of flew out of my mind. But I think what sticks with me is just seeing the kids being so proud of what they accomplish, no matter what, whether they were first graders or eighth graders or seniors. Just seeing them experience music and knowing it's something that they will cherish their whole life.
Having been in Owatonna for a period of time, you've been able to watch some of those kids grow. And tell me what it's like to watch them go on to college and continue that pursuit of music.
Well, it's just really rewarding as a teacher to know that you had a part in that. And even when I was here and I would go to high school concerts, it was just like I'd say, that one's mine, that one's mine. And just to be part of that whole experience.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for your time. What are you going to do with your time off?
Well, actually, my husband retired too, and actually we had been living in Owatonna. We sold our house last summer, and we bought 24 acres of woods up by Taylor's Falls, Minnesota, and I've been enjoying being outside and enjoying nature.
Shoveling a lot of snow.
A lot of shoveling.
All right, well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. We'll have Kathy come in next. And like the other two, we're going to torment you with this.
All right.
Go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
My name is Kathy Britton, and I taught music here in Owatonna since 90. I came back in 99. I had taught a few years before and took quite a few years off with family, came back and taught elementary vocal and elementary strings.
Elementary strings, that sounds like such a challenge to me because sometimes it seems the instruments are almost bigger than the kids. But talk to me a little bit about that.
Okay, actually string instruments are sized to the kids. So I have done Suzuki strings, and have taught kids as young as 3.
Oh, so they're tiny.
By the time they're 4th graders, they were big,
Yeah.
So the instruments are sized to the children, so they should fit them.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit about your background. Where did you go to college and what brought you to here?
I went to the College of St. Catherine's, now the University of St. Catherine's. and I grew up here in Owatonna.
Okay.
So it's kind of nice that I can come back and teach here.
Do you have family in the area?
My mother-in-law is here yet, and I have a daughter that's now living in Owatonna, and a son and his wife are in Shakopee.
What is one of the things you look forward to from retiring? That one of the things that we were talking a little bit to Ron, and he said, "I don't have to grade papers; it's great." But what are one of the things you look forward to?
Having a whole weekend. I usually went into school on Sunday afternoon and prepped for the week. So now I have that whole weekend. I'm looking forward to doing some fun reading. I play viola, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that. So lots of and new things. I want to try some new things.
Do you have a quick anecdote for us about some of the students that you've been working with over the years?
Well, I don't know if I have an anecdote, but being a music teacher, one of the things that I enjoy most is going to concerts when the kids are in high school and seeing them. I think Nancy alluded to that too. I remember them when they were in elementary school, and I had them in choir, or I started them on violin, and now look at them. And some of the kids I know have continued on in college, some for fun and some actually in a music career. So.
Well, that's such a great thing. Thank you for your time today, and I hope you enjoy this event to celebrate you.
Thank you.
We will be right back. We're going to be talking to the candidates for Teacher of the Year. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, this is Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better. At Amy Swain Hearing Centers, we offer many different brands of hearing instruments because everyone has a different lifestyle. Let me, Dr. Amy Swain, help you find the best hearing device for your hearing needs at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. Call 1-800-804-3361 for an appointment today, or visit my website at www.amyswainhearingcenters.com, because you deserve to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
And we are back. We're going to be talking with those who have been nominated as Teachers of the Year by the OEA. So we're going to start off with Mark. If you do me a quick favor and introduce yourself to us, please.
Mark Octakirk, and I teach math at the high school. This is my 19th year in Owatonna. My first 2 years in Owatonna, I taught at the junior high school, and then after that I went to the high school, and I've been there since. I graduated from the University of Minnesota Duluth and was hired right from college in Owatonna, and I've lived here and taught here since. Yeah. So I've been teaching high school math for the last 17 years, junior high for the first 2 years, and then I also coach football in the fall. Coached hockey for a few years when I got here, but mainly just teaching math and coaching football.
So math, sometimes a lot of students can cringe at the thought of that. What do you do to kind of help kids understand the importance of that subject?
I think the biggest thing is for kids to feel comfortable coming into the classroom, first of all, so they enjoy coming to the class, and then trying to really get the kids to overcome that lack of confidence in their abilities in math. A lot of kids come out with this notion that they're not good at it, they don't understand math, they don't get it. So if you can get them to feel like they've got some success and they can handle this, half of it is just attitude and confidence in their ability to do it. So if you get kids to overcome that, that's where they start enjoying it and start to really see the benefits of math. So part of it is just 50% of it is or more, do you like coming to the class? Do you enjoy coming here? And, sometimes just having fun and just keeping it light, and then getting serious as well. But
when you need to.
Yeah, when you need to, but letting the kids know that, hey, this is a safe place. Be confident in your abilities and have fun.
What made you decide to become a teacher?
I think part of it was just teachers that I had and coaches that I had in high school, and then some recommendations I had from people in college, because I originally started out as an engineering major for 3 years, and that's where I ended up with math. And I started coaching when I was in college a little bit and did some teaching practicums, started helping out in some schools, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I don't regret a minute of it. I really love teaching.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you
And we look forward to, and if you win, you're going to cheer loud and, do cheer for us?
Yeah,
No, that's wrong. That's the cheerleader. Sorry, I got you confused. Football players, cheerleaders, same thing to me. Congratulations. We're going to go ahead and bring in Scott. Hi, Scott.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. How are
Good.
you?
I am fantastic.
Good.
Do me a favor and tell me a little bit about yourself.
About myself, I teach at the junior high. I've taught there for the last 17 years, and I teach on the new E-STEM team in 7th grade. So I have a whole team of teachers that help me keep going every day.
Was good, because otherwise, you'd be, especially with junior hires, you kind of need that little help. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where did you get your education?
I graduated from the University of Wisconsin at La Crosse, and then I did my master's at Southwest State.
Okay. And then when did you come to Owatonna?
This is my 17th year teaching in Owatonna.
Yeah. What made you come to this area?
There was a job opening.
Best reason ever. I love that.
And Owatonna is just so awesome. I heard about it, so here in Owatonna.
We've heard a lot about STEM. I'm going to let you tell me what that means, and then tell me a little bit about the importance and the reason they've kind of started focusing on that.
STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. But we do have an environmental emphasis on our team, so we kind of incorporate that all together and try to teach across the curriculum and connect things between language arts and my social studies and science and math all together.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you, what made you decide to become a teacher?
Well, I always look back to when I was in school, and there were certain teachers I really liked and certain ones that weren't as good, and I always wanted to make sure that the kids coming up could enjoyed school and liked school, and it was always fun when those teachers really made it fun.
Yeah. What happened when they announced that you were nominated? What went through your mind? And you could say, go ahead and say whatever you want to say, because I see the laughter. I'd love to know what happened.
I was thinking, what a large incident of collective misjudgment. And
whoa, do they know it's me?
Yeah, but it's a great honor. But because teachers we're always working for the kids and with the kids, and that's kind of what we strive for. And when other people kind of put the spotlight on you, we're not really used to that. Yeah. So it's
which is ironic, because kids stare at you all day long. So you'd think you'd be used to a little bit of spotlight.
I'm used to people staring at me all the time, so it's kind of
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much. We're going to have Lori come on in. Hello, Lori. How are you?
Good.
When's the last time you got to be all dressed up and gussied up for an event like this?
Last year.
For the banquet last year? Yes. At least she's truthful. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am in my first year of teaching special education at the high school. I started at the junior high, and I taught there for 11 years. And then I went to Lincoln Elementary for 10 years after that, and decided to make the change over to the high school.
So you just kind of wanted to hit every age group?
Yep.
Tell me a little bit, that's fascinating to me. Tell me a little bit about some of the challenges you've seen from group to group.
Well, every level has its different challenges. My grandma, when I first got my job at the junior high, when I told my grandma I got the job at the junior high, she said, junior high kids, the hardest ones. The hormones.
So you got the hard one out of the way.
Got the hard one out of the way. Then I went to elementary school, and the challenges there are just, some students haven't seen any formal education, before kindergarten, so it's just getting them acclimated, into the school setting and working with them there. And the high school's been real fun so far this year. And as far as challenges, it's actually would be in my areas. We have kids that are dealing with a lot of issues outside of school. So it's kind of helping them, move to the next level.
Where did you get your education?
I graduated from Morehead State.
Okay.
And then I did get my master's from St. Mary's University.
And what made you decide to become a teacher?
Well, that's interesting also. My parents were in education, and I have family members that were in education, and I didn't want to do education. And I got into college, and I was about in my third year of college, and I still didn't know what I wanted to do, and then I found out about the special education major. And I thought, that's the job for me. So
that's awesome. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations, and good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Next, we're going to bring in Christina. Hello. A nice red jacket. I love it. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Christy Roman, and I teach at the high school English. I moved to Owatonna with my husband about 7 years ago, and I've taught for 13 years.
English, like math, some people can have a really hard time with it. Some people love it, some people don't. How do you approach the English to help people become fall in love with our language?
Absolutely. It can be difficult. And, when we think about the different aspects of language arts, when we look at the reading portion, a lot of times students just haven't found books that they're interested in. And we have a vast library, and we've read a lot. I've read a lot of different junior high and high school level books, and I have a lot of recommendations for them for that. And just getting them passionate about it. And once they start seeing books that they like, they start recommending them to each other. Writing is fun because there are so many aspects to writing that sometimes students think I'm not a good writer because my sentence structure isn't perfect. And so when they start to realize, oh, this is just my ideas I'm putting on paper, and now, I'm starting to get some tools for sentence structure and spelling and things like that, it really makes a difference. And so those aspects, grammar, when you make it fun and add grammar games in and things like that, it gets them engaged.
Where did you get your education?
I went to school at the University of South Dakota in Vermilion. I went as a mass communications major, and Tom Brokaw, as well as Alan Newharth, the founder of USA Today, went there, and they have a tremendous program, so I went there to do that, and I learned right away that I really didn't want to go into that field, in part because of the hours, and so I was looking into other avenues. I'd always loved English, I like psychology, I was considering law, and I wound up in teaching.
Well, it's been a pleasure. We got so many lovely people, but congratulations and good luck. Next we have Wendy. Come on up, Miss Wendy. Hello. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I have lived in Owatonna for about 30 years, have 3 kids, and have taught in the Owatonna district for about 25 years.
What do you teach?
I'm in special education.
Okay. And what got you started in your career?
I've always had a dream to be a teacher from when I was very young, and I just kind of stuck to that, and I heard about a thing when I was in high school about special ed, and I thought, boy, that sounds like something I might like to try, and so I have both an elementary ed degree and a special ed degree and a reading licensure, so.
Well, which is very important, because that again helps. Well, explain that just a little bit.
Sure. Well, it just allows me to get out and really enthuse kids about reading again, and that's probably my favorite part of my job.
What made you start, what did happen when they told you about becoming Teacher of the Year, which you've been here for a while, so you've heard about this.
Yes.
What kind of went through your mind?
I was a bit blown away, to be honest with you. You don't ever think of yourself in that category, and so, it's just such an honor that your colleagues put your name in, and to think that someone would think enough of me to do that was really something.
As you've looked at education, and I'm thinking it's changed over the years, especially with technology. And what's some of the things that have really improved over the years and made your job and actually the students' jobs of learning a little easier?
I think it's great that kids can do a lot of research through the computer. And I'm able to do, a lot of communication with parents through email and with other teachers. It makes my job a lot easier. And, it's fun to introduce kids to books through Kindles. We've been able to do that and just try any way we can to foster that love for reading again. So.
Well, I want to say congratulations to you and good luck. I've said it to everybody, but I still mean it.
Okay.
I do.
Well, thank you so much.
I don't think she believes me. Congratulations.
You bet.
And that is all we have here for the Monterey Ballroom today. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be right back after these messages. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
And it's time for a look at your community service announcements. Nominations are now being sought for the 2014 Male and Female Outstanding Senior Citizen Award for Steele County. The award recognizes outstanding senior citizens who have contributed their time and talent to benefit their community after reaching the age of 65. Official nomination forms are available on the fair website at www.scff.org, not com.org, at the fair office and at Senior Place in Owatonna. Deadline for nominations is July 1st, and winners from Steele County will move on to compete at the state level at the Minnesota State Fair, and you can keep watching right here on the Owatonna Today Show. We love to bring those outstanding senior citizen award nominees right here so you can see who has been nominated this year. The Steele County Historical Society offers trip to Swedish Institute and Bell Museums of Natural History. This is Tuesday, May 20th, as they venture out to the Twin Cities. Their first stop will be the Bell Museum of Natural History. They're going to have a guided tour of their dioramas and a special look at their exhibit, Audubon and the Art of Birds, which features over 40 artists, plus excerpts from a rare folio of original Audubon prints that is owned by the museum. The second stop will be the amazing Eastern European deli, I can't even say it. I know some people who can. I apologize. It's a Krameruzix, maybe, of North Minneapolis, but you've seen them on TV shows like Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And they'll have coolers along so you can shop and bring stuff home. Their final stop will be the American Swedish Institute, where they'll have a guided tour of the Turnblad Mansion. Space is limited. Please make your reservations today by calling 451-1420. They'll leave at 7:45, return by 4. This is all happening tomorrow, so make sure you call them today. Espis Valparaiso Chili fundraisers coming up, where it's called Margolin, Murder, and Merlot. This is an opportunity for you to meet a famous author, drink some great wine, and talk a little bit about murder mysteries. This is Wednesday, May 28th from 5 to 9 at the Steele County History Center. It's author talk will begin at 7:30, and it's all to raise money for the Espis Valparaiso in Chile. $20 per ticket, and they are available at Triumph Graphics, Little Professor Bookstore at the Steele County History Center at 451-1420. And What's It Worth? An antique appraisal event's coming up Saturday, May 31st from 10 to 1. Its appointments are available at that time. And Mike Moran is a former senior editor of Antiques and Collectibles, and he will be appraising all of the items. You can bring in fine art, furniture, ceramics, folk art, metalware, and such. Contact the Senior Place for more information. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show. On Wednesday, we're going to be talking to the winner of the Teacher of the Year Award, as well as Traditions Car Show and Sock Hop. We'll see you then.